Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Sana for those who don't know, and I make girly videos and content. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about affirmations and how affirmations have changed my life and why you guys should incorporate affirmations into your life if you haven't done so already. Now, before we get started, I am a new content creator, so please do go ahead and subscribe and like and support the channel. Comment down below some of the affirmations that you feel like have worked for you, and yeah, let's just get started in today's video. So you're probably thinking, Sana, what are affirmations? And affirmations are basically positive statements that you can say to yourself that help challenge your self-sabotaging thoughts. Now, it can sound quite simple, but if you master using these statements in your daily life, it can change your mindset completely and also help change your entire trajectory about life. Now, anyone can actually use affirmations. It doesn't matter what race you are, what religion you are. Everybody can use affirmations, and yeah, it's not a one size fits all. People can use different affirmations depending on their needs and how it's going to fit into their life. So I actually started to use daily affirmations, positive affirmations in my life when I was going through a lot of trauma. And at the time, I was having some really negative thoughts, some really self-sabotaging thoughts. And I looked in the mirror one day and I said, no, you know what? I need to incorporate some positivity and kind of get rid of this negativity that I'm spewing out into my life. Some of the affirmations that I incorporated into my life were actually quite basic. They were me saying to myself in the mirror nearly every morning, girl, you're beautiful. You are worth positivity and praise. You are good. You are a good woman. And once I started to incorporate those, I could see some kind of changes in my mindset, and I was a lot more happy. I was kind of more ready to get up, go to work, and honestly just thrive and just be happy, really, especially after kind of going through a really bad relationship and just going through some really bad things. It honestly really helped me, so I hope this can help some of you guys. And guys, affirmations can be both negative and positive. So today I want to be focusing on positive affirmations and how the power of the tongue can really help shape your life in whatever way. So if you use negative affirmations, it might shape your life in a way that you don't actually like. And using positive affirmations can actually support your life and help make those positive changes. So now that I've told you what affirmations are and a few simple examples, to go ahead and actually teach you guys some of the bigger examples and how I actually use positive affirmations in my life and how I got positive outcomes from that. Just to kind of show you guys that it really does work and it is real. When I was going through my first ever heartbreak in my early 20s, it really did shatter me and it made me kind of go through a really depressive state, and I was having a lot of kind of sadness symptoms. So what I decided to actually do was incorporate some affirmations into my life because your girl was tired of all the negativity. So what I would do, I would look into the mirror and I would tell myself a few affirmations every single morning until it started to become reality, until I started to actually feel like, yes, now I actually feel positive. Now I actually don't feel that negativity in my brain anymore. So a few of the things I said was, you're beautiful, you are going to be happy, you deserve happiness, this day is going to be an amazing day, and just a few words to myself that would allow me to wake up in the morning, refresh myself, and actually be wanting to go to work. Because there was days, girls, you know, if you're going through a heartbreak, there's days you don't want to get out of bed. You cried yourself to sleep, or you're just not feeling your best. So these affirmations really did help me kind of firstly stop crying every day. It helped me feel a lot more positive about how my day was going. So how my day was going to be without that person. And it really just kind of helped me shape me into realizing that this is a new chapter of my life and that I can move forward without feeling any guilt, without feeling any sadness or feeling of like betrayal or feeling that I had failed. So once I incorporated some of these positive affirmations, again, like I said, I felt a lot better and I was just kind of ready to get on with my life, start a new chapter and just kind of get going. Now, in the second instant of me using positive affirmations, that led to something good happening in my life was when I actually had a job interview coming up, and I really wanted this job. It was my second full-time job that I've had. So disclaimer, yep, I did get that job. So what I actually did was pray. I do believe in God, and during one of my prayers, I decided to change what I was saying. Instead of asking for God for something, I simply stated, God, I will ace this interview and I absolutely will get this job. And I did. That basically came down to believing in myself, saying those positive words out loud, and not forgetting that we have to do the hard work. So yes, positive affirmations work. However, you do need to do the work that comes with it. You can't simply say to God or the universe or whatever you believe in, oh, I want this, and then just sit there like this and expect it to come to you, girls. Like, it just doesn't work like that. We have to put in some work. Now, once I kind of sat down in my prayer and I said, God, I want this, I then went away and I practiced those interviews. I practiced those interview questions. I imagined myself in that job. I knew I was going to get it. I knew I was going to be traveling to London every single day for that job. I was ready for it. I was researching, oh, should I get a travel card? I was already preparing for it. Now, a lot of people will say something negative and they might be like, oh, but what if you didn't get it? No, you never think of what if. You always say like, yes, this will happen for me. I will get that opportunity. Those positive affirmations will make such a big difference in your life. If you put the work in, I promise you it will work. It's happened to me so many times and I genuinely believe in it. And my last example for you all is I actually positively affirmed my marriage. So I have been married for 2 years now, and a few years ago I knew, okay, I actually do want to be in a long-term relationship now. I felt like I had taken a break and I was ready for it. However, this time I wanted to do things a little bit differently. I actually wanted to make sure that I got the dream man that I wanted. So what I did was to positively affirm that this was going to happen was I got my book, my journal, and I started to write down in detail, guys. In detail, I wrote down everything that I wanted in a man. It wasn't mainly about looks for me because I kind of knew the guy that I'm physically attracted to. Like, I just knew what that would look like. But for me, it was about personality, how they would treat me, what my love language is, and how he would kind of cater to that. And again, what I would want from that relationship. I wrote down every little detail in that book. I would look at it every now and then just to remind myself that this is what I want. I would put it out there, say it out loud after I've written it down. And then, guys, I went about my life. I was going back and forth to my job, and then I met him. And not only did I meet him once, after we spoke, I met him again twice. I didn't have his number, I didn't have his contact details. We literally just met. And if that isn't God telling me, yeah, girl, you've put in the healing work, you deserve this, you need to take this. And not once, but twice. So after the second time of meeting, then we kind of started dating and then got together. And then, guys, remember I said in my little journal that I wanted to get married. That happened. 2 years later, we did. Now, obviously, everybody has their own timeline. Like, remember, it took 2 years. It didn't happen overnight. Again, there was work to put into that relationship to get it to that point. But what this should show you is that some positive affirmations happen quick and some take a little bit of time. And what that means is, regardless, you have to put the hard work in. Include these positive affirmations in your life. You're going to feel so much better. It's going to really change your mindset. Like, I remember my mum used to say to me when I was younger, she's like, Sana, you have a really dark tongue. And basically what that means, it's like a translation into English from her language. But basically what that means is that I used to have a really negative mouth. This mouth used to say a lot of smack. And I've had to change that. So I wasn't perfect. I used to swear a lot. I used to say a lot of negative words. You know, I wasn't perfect back in the day. But with change and wanting to be different and wanting to be positive and wanting different things out of my life, I got there. And honestly, it meant, yes, I had to go through bad things in life sometimes to actually learn, like, okay, this is this is not working, girl. You have to change your trajectory, otherwise your life is just not going to go any better. And the earlier you realize that, the better. And honestly, I realized it at a young age, but unfortunately your girl wasn't on YouTube then to share the tea, and now I am. So I really hope that you guys have learned something from this video. Hopefully you've learnt a little bit about positive affirmations and how they can help you. If you do like these types of videos, guys, definitely subscribe. I make new content every single week on a Thursday or Friday. So yeah, subscribe, comment down below what kind of affirmations you guys use, or what ones are you gonna start using if you've just freshly watched this video. And yeah, girlies, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.